I've been noticing a trend lately. When I've been working with clients, speaking with friends, I hear people talk about their dreams and their goals and all these wonderful hopes that they have for their future. And they talk about it with such excitement and inspiration. And then when we go back and try to figure out what steps they need to take to get to that goal, I hear a lot of, if only I had this, or I can't do that, or I should maybe do this, I'm not good enough here, and basically all of these reasons why they can't achieve the goal. So it's interesting how they're not actually in alignment. They're saying that they would like to do something, but all their actions are proving otherwise. Their actions and the way they speak about themselves and they speak about their dreams is actually saying that they are failing before they even try. So why is that? Why do so many of us feel like failures before we even start? Because we already know the answer. If we're going to feel like we're not going to be able to do it, then we're not going to be able to do it. We can be our best ally, or we can be our worst enemy. And when our goals are not in alignment with our true purpose and our integrity, then there starts to be issues. So at what part of your life did you stop believing in yourself? When did you stop trusting yourself? Did you ever? Was there a childhood memory that you can think of someone telling you that you weren't smart enough or you weren't good enough? That's the voice of the doubter. That's that little voice that sabotages us before we even begin. That voice that says, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not attractive enough, you're not enough. And that will ruin more dreams, more goals than anybody else ever will. You have a wonderful gift inside of you. It is up to you to have it come out. Explore it, figure it out. So, for example, let's say that you would like to get a better job because you're not happy with the job that you have. So there's your goal. So what are the action steps that you need to take to get to that goal? And each one of those goals that you have, what do you need to do, those little goals to get to your bigger goal? What is it that you need to do? What do you need to work on to get there? Is it not enough education? Is it knowing the right people? Is it making the right connections? What is it? And if it's not having the right education, well, have you ever decided to go to maybe a community college and find out where your credits will best be suited, and maybe life credits can be actually put towards whatever degree you're looking to get? Maybe once someone analyzes your records, there's something different that you haven't thought of. If you're not sure what you want to do yet, you're still looking, then take some of those online tests and see what kind of job would best be suited towards you. You have an amazing, wonderful gift, and the only thing that's keeping you from getting there is you. You can manifest whatever you put your mind to if you're willing to put in the steps to get there. So here's 2 things that I would like for you to do. One of them, you can grab a piece of paper right now, go get a piece of paper, get your computer out, whatever you need to do, and write this down. If I was in charge of my life, what would my life look like? And think about that. If I was in charge of my life. So if nothing was getting in the way and you really felt in control and in charge of your life, what would that look like to you? And then the other thing to ask yourself in that same scenario is, how have my doubts robbed me in the past of options and goals and dreams that I've had? So how has that robbed you from this wonderful life that you're looking to get? Another thing, and this you don't have to write down, is to look at the words that you use to yourself. I should, I could, maybe in the future, at some point, I'll try. The words that we use to discuss things, to discuss future ideas, future goals, those things are really important. It shows how much confidence we have. How much do you really feel the ability to complete the goal that you have? Do you trust yourself? Are you living in integrity with yourself? How many times have you said you were going to do something and you didn't follow through with it? Well, that'll keep you from moving forward in other goals that you have. So there's a lot of things. And then the last thing that I want you to start thinking about In the morning, before you get up, before you put your feet on the ground, start to look at some phrases, your intentions for the day. What are some positive intentions that you can use to get your day started? Because what I'm finding over and over again is that what's keeping us from all these things is our belief that we can't. And that comes from our self-esteem, how we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. And that can keep us from our greatest joy. So here's some of the phrases that I can think of, that I've thought of. The first one, I trust myself. I honor myself. I feel confident that I can make the right decisions for myself. I forgive myself. I am wonderful just the way I am. I don't need to compare myself to anybody else. I love myself. Let those sink in. Let yourself really feel those phrases. Really feel the sensations all over your body. And when you start to say to yourself in your head, and that doubter comes up and it starts sabotaging all the possibilities that you can have, they're there waiting, and you just have to reach out to them. When you start sabotaging yourself, think about why. Where is it coming from? Where did it originate from? And start those patterns, start new patterns so that you don't have to continue the old ones. The time is now. This is your opportunity. Start creating that life that you want to be creating. Stop allowing that doubt, guilt, that low self-esteem, that feeling that you're not good enough sabotage your future, because it's there. You just have to reach out and grab it.